I didn't realize the new intensity money would take when I opened up a plumbing business. The initial first few months, I felt like I was bleeding cash. The startup required money, the licenses required money, the stock required money, and then you have your monthly overhead, which is insurance, gas, and car payments. This is where I learned that as nice as I want to be with pricing, I can literally lose the shirt off my back if my profits aren't fair. And I mean fair for the customer, but also fair for the company. If at the end of the month I don't have money to pay for materials, I literally can't work. This is where talking to other plumbers has become really useful. By knowing what the market price is, you're able to confidently share your prices, but also turn down unfair customers. Welcome back to day 2. Basically, today, the game plan is to clean up a lot of the pipe that we essentially made obsolete yesterday because we ran this 2-inch above my head at a closer angle. Then we did all this 1.5 inches that you're gonna see here. So this is 1.5 inches with a clean out. If you follow it, this guy goes really far down, hits a Y over here. And if we follow it down, our plan is to eliminate all of this because no other fixtures actually tie into it until we get to this section right here. This is that 1.5 inch P-trap that we were talking about. And we're gonna have to do some magic over here because, again, this is the formation of an S-trap essentially, right? You have your trap, and then right after you have a drop. What you should be doing is ending in some sort of vent or having a vent introduced, and upon introducing that vent, you are then allowed to hit this drop. But currently, because there's no vent in place, the trap arm is exceeding 2 times the trap diameter of fall. So my game plan is this. The first option is to cut this so that I can put a TY on it and then see if a fitting 90 can shoot this way into wherever the vent's going to be. Option number 2 is redo this entire fitting, which is a possibility as well. So what I can do is cut this, put in a Y, extend longer, come down and hit into this Y, and then this section of the Y will be the vent, so I will vent it upwards and across. We're going to be putting it into a closet upstairs and putting it above flood level rim essentially. That's the game plan. So I just might go ahead, eliminate all of this like we were talking about, and from here what I'll do, extend it so that our trap is going to come in here and we're going to have appropriate venting for it. So that's the game plan. Let's go and do that. So peeps, in our last vlog, I ended up running a wet vent between a kitchen drain and a clothes washer. And by doing that, I was able to eliminate a huge section of pipe that you see me cutting here. It's probably between 24 to 36 feet long. And as you're gonna see, it's entirely full of gunk and water. And this is because it had a few areas where it dipped and trapped water, and overall inconsistent slope, which is why we had to come in and rectify it altogether. One thing you're going to notice is me jump between these Husky pipe cutters and also the hacksaw. A lot of this has to do with how clean a cut I want and also the space that it allots. It sometimes is unfeasible to fit the hacksaw into some areas, so I need a cutter with a small footprint. But on top of that, these Husky cutters are fairly new to me, so I want to get as many reps in as possible in order to learn them as best as possible as well. So a couple of things about S-traps. All traps are designed to carry some water after its use, and this seals off the pipe from sewage gases coming into the house. This little bit of water is called a trap seal. In the case of S-traps, it's been observed that the trap seal will actually self-siphon, so it is a design that promotes trap seal loss, which in turn means that sewage gases have a way into the house. And that's why we decide to take them out as quickly as possible. Sewage gases contribute to a host of health problems, and we want to make sure they have no chances of reaching the members of the household.
interested in learning plumbing theory from me, please check out my website, molotovplumbingacademy.com. There you'll find my plumbing math course, and I'm currently in the works of making a beginner's plumbing course as well. Links are in the description. Thanks for the support, and enjoy the rest of the vlog.
So what you're seeing me do here is install an air admittance valve. If you watched the last vlog, you would remember that most fixtures in this house are not properly vented, which lends itself to a litany of problems: turbulent or slow drainage, trap seal loss, etc. So when I was looking at the scope of work for this house, I saw the S-trap and I needed to add that in because we were lucky enough to have a hidden closet which stored the hot water tank to be able to bring up a vent. Now, typically vents are supposed to connect together and eventually make their way up through the roof of the house. This is the proper way of venting the entire plumbing system. But over time, the city permitted using these air admittance valves, especially in renovation applications. They are devices that are normally closed that upon negative pressure or drainage opens up and allows air into the pipes to ensure smoother flow. So this was a perfect opportunity to use this in a perfect location to use it as well. We just had to make sure that it was higher than flood level ring, and if it malfunctioned, it was in an area where we could swap out the old air admittance valve for a new one. Alright, I just want to show you some progress where we're at right now, okay? I got our P-trap connected. We have our outlet here, which is going to be our vent. And this pipe dangling in midair is going to be our vent pipe, okay? So I already secured it upstairs, made sure that it's at the height that we need, which is above flood level rim. To be honest, what I'll do is I'll probably start on this end right here. Start on this end, throw our 90 up, throw our 90 across, grab a 90 up again, and we're good to go. That's how we're gonna play this basically. Yeah, so we'll do 90, 90, in. That's how we're gonna do that. Should look good. Let's go. The challenge I'm noticing about any new endeavor, like opening up a plumbing company, is the growth in areas you aren't interested in that you are required to do. As a plumber, my expertise is installing fixtures and pipes, but now I'm asked to do marketing, quoting, handling customer relations, handling customer complaints, you name it. What has been a very clear lesson since going on my own is there's always going to be a trade-off. You want to work for someone? Sure. You have a limited amount of responsibility when you do that, but financial earnings can be capped. You want to work for yourself? Sure. Your financial earnings can be much higher potentially, but your responsibilities are multiplied tenfold. So like anything in life, this is yet another experiment to learn if I like the trade-off or if I don't. And after enough data, I will be able to conclude if this is for me or if it's not for me. And I'd like to share this lesson with you all. You do not need to be cornered into a situation. Now, there are moments in life where you can be trapped in situations for sure, but the tide is always changing. We just need the patience to gather information, gather data, see the tide through, and then set sail. Peeps, thank you for watching. As you might be able to hear, I'm under the weather, so I was worried about doing this narrative, but I hope it went okay. Thank you for the ongoing support. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification. Smash that thumbs up, share with friends, and I'll see you plumbers very soon. Kenny Molotov, guys. Peace, baby. All right, all finished. I want to show you the final result. We got ourselves a P-trap, a glue trap, because it's below the floor, hits the P-trap, hits a 45, goes into the 3-inch drainage. The top portion of this is the vent, comes up 290s, heads straight over here, and then goes all the way up as well. Spend some time just supporting some pipe, which is crucial. What we're gonna do now is go into a testing phase. Let's go.